I'll be right there, guys. I have to go in through the studio to fix this live because YouTube likes to fix things that aren't broken. So now they made it even more challenging. And I went in Zoom because I don't want to be interrupted. So there's even more to fix because there's no description with the video when I do that. So you have to give me a few minutes here. You can go grab a drink. I didn't take my vitamins or anything because I'm running late as usual. All right, let's see here. Live. Coronavirus team. I think I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. Hang on, guys. I see there. I definitely did the wrong thing here. I don't know what an auto stop is. Where's an auto stop? Hang on, I'm really going nuts here. Okay. This doesn't even work when I do it. Let me see. Okay. So now, please be right. Okay. And now let me just put at least one something in there. Show that we're here, will never be found. Okay, I'm sorry. So now I'm gonna come back. This is so, if Streamlabs are just, I don't even think it's Streamlabs. I think it's the internet that doesn't want to. Okay, I'm back. All right. So good. I guess, yes, I left my phone. Did I leave my phone? I must have left my phone, Jimmy. Jimmy, do you think I left my phone somewhere because I don't have it? And I just realized I didn't get a notification, and that means now maybe they got no, I can't hear my notifications. Maybe I don't know where it is. Here, just, why don't you just, okay, sorry. We had like a situation with the brownies. Jimmy had a situation with the brownies. And okay, hi Norma, Lisa, D-Finite. Hi, how are you doing, D-Finite? Hi, Robin, I'm a bird. Robin is I'm a bird, so you know. Gail Clark, Lee Thomas, you can't hear, you can hear now, right? Soul, Flower Girl, Janae, Norma, Matt. Hey, Matt, how are you doing? How's your wife doing? Time for a change. Hi, Dark Joker, Jeanette, Cheryl B. That was Deb on the Move. Ooh, Surf Girl, Davita, how are you? Did you get my email? No, I didn't get. I mean, I have to email something to Gray Hughes too, and I was going to do that. He's probably like, thanks a lot for that. But I'm sure he's already has that. I will go and do that. I'll check it in a few minutes to get my vitamins too. I'm so far behind. Mama Drama, Shay, Caroline, Nana Patty, Muka 77, Nana T, Deborah, Kathy, Silky Chicken, Sharon, Crystal. Okay, and if I miss Leslie, if I missed you or anybody, I'm really sorry. Anne, Josie, I love my doggies, Lisa H, Shay. I still haven't found your email, Shay. To Scooter, there you are. You're trying to change your picture back. Oh, I don't know. Good, and so grateful that I got through it. Oh, that's good. Do you find out you're back home? Paul, hello there. Margarita Bill, Jane. Okay, so a couple of things. There was a very strange murder in Jersey City, New Jersey. I don't know how many of you heard it, Judy with an I. Pregnant restaurateur who was in one of those chef cooking, you know what I mean? Those shows, right? It wasn't Top Chef. I'll get the name of what it was, but she was in one of those. She was pregnant, she was killed, and her boyfriend was found in the river. Okay, and if you're not familiar with Jersey City, it's very close to Hoboken and very close to New York City. Okay, so I want to go over that. And then there was also another thing that happened. No, I'm going to remember that. And I also wanted to say some things about those pictures that a lot of people are asking about regarding Gannon. And I don't know what is going on here. It's like a Looney Tunes show here. Yeah, Lisa H. It was really weird. And it was breaking when I looked at it earlier today. And then the car situation. Jimmy and I are both pulling our hair out. Okay, so we did manage to go for a bike ride. And I went, I rode like crazy today. What is that noise? Look, what are you doing? You're in the doghouse again. Okay. Newfie. Hey, Cheryl. Danny, Norma, everybody I missed. I'm sorry if I missed you. Oh no, how is the car situation going? It's not going. It's not going. And today was just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. How fun. You're joking, right, Norma? Just buy a car. I wish I could. You don't understand too, Scooter. Deb on the move. Okay. No, I haven't checked emails in like the last 5 hours. In fact, like I said, I have to go in. Let me go in. I have to shoot something over to someone. Jimmy made brownies. There was an emergency because he forgot to put the, what are you doing, Ethan? He forgot to put the chocolate packet in there. So he put it on the top. Now they said it's okay, tastes okay. So that crisis is gone. And then Jimmy keeps freaking me out and saying like, I think, what if we had this thing and we're the asymptomatic people? Because there's like little things, like when I ride my bike, when I get to like the 3 mile, now again, I am getting back into riding again, okay? So it takes a while to build up to 7, 8, 9 miles a day, okay? So I find when I'm like 3 miles in, I feel not shortness of breath, it's just like maybe it is shortness of breath. I don't know what it's not that I'm gasping or in, but just like I just feel like there's like a little bit of pressure here and I have to really reach, but I can still do it. I still have the stamina. I can still do that. It's not like when I'm anemic. When I'm anemic, then I feel like I'm going to pass out when I can't get enough air when I'm anemic. So it's different than an anemia. And I've been very diligent with my iron, with all of my vitamins. So I know that I'm not anemic. But there's like, I can't explain it. I probably have to take a video of myself riding. And it's nothing that you would notice seeing me. You wouldn't be like, wow, she's gasping for breath. No, I don't look like that. It's just a little something that I feel. So I said to Jimmy, you know, and then there's this thing like sometimes at night, I feel almost like I have a fever. You know, when you get chilled, like, you know, right? So, but then I'm okay in the morning. And then, so he's like, what if we had this thing? Because our daughter was home. Remember, she was home at the end of February for a week. What if we had this and we just have like very slight little symptoms because everybody has different symptoms, right? And not everybody gets the fever or the cough or all kinds of stuff like that. So I don't know. Now he's got me freaked out. And then I have a friend that says, well, don't think that, because then don't get into a false sense of security that you had it. No, we wouldn't do that. But I don't know. I'm just worried about that. Like, but it could just be, you know, maybe I'm just paying too much attention to it. And it is just that I have to build my stamina up to get up to 7 miles at the 4th mile. Because before that, I'm okay. I can't even see your chat. I'm looking for mail. See, this is so silly. I'm talking to you. You're probably answering me, and I'm looking at other things, trying to get to my mail. Everything's a mess on this computer, and our internet has really been bad. What are you doing, Jimmy?
Where's your phone at?
I have no idea.
I'll call you.
Okay. Oh, Deb on the move. Okay, I see your email. I'll check out in a minute. Who else wanted me to check an email? Okay, I gotta just send, let me just send something, because I don't want to look like a jerk that I say I'm going to do something that I don't do it. Okay, hang on. Oh, there's Jimmy. I hear it somewhere over here, Jimmy. I don't know. It's somewhere over here. It's on my wrist.
Okay.
Probably needs to be charged. No, I'll put it over here. Okay.
Wait.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. What email am I looking for? Oh, yeah. Shoot. Okay, I found what I'm sorry. I know I'm going to have to be like flooded with emails tomorrow that you really should be prepared before you go on. Okay, I will be better prepared next time. Not really. I can't even promise that I will be. Where is this now? Okay. Just have to do something. Okay, let me just send that. I just have to send something. Hang on. I don't want to send someone the wrong thing. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Now I feel better. Now, I don't know Rabbit Dog, if he's in there. I'm just going to get the number ready, because I know he was live and I think he was getting off. So let me see. Where's my thing to manage? I'm just going to send him the number now so I don't have to worry about it. And Not sure if he's in the chat, or let me just send this to him. I've been fielding all the stupid comments from Cindy. Okay, now let me go back here. All right. Oh, and Deb on the move. You want me to look at your email? That was good, right? That I didn't even do that. Okay. And Jen, all right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I can't watch that now, but I'll check it out. I will check it out. And Janine says, let me see this. Yeah, I think I heard about this one. She needs $72,000 a year for essentials, Lori Vallow, at her mansion. Yeah, Lori's mansion. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll look at that maybe later. Let me just get back to the chat. I've got to keep remembering I'm in Zoom and I can't just throw pictures over there on the other monitor. Okay, now I've got to get back to the chat. Where is that? Why is my chat never showing anymore? There it is. Okay. Hey. Okay, the chat is flying by. Hi, Peggy K. Hi, Angie Jones. Oh my gosh. When I went away, it just stops and then it just flies, so I can't even see. Little Lady died, Peace Niddle. Okay, Linda Irby. And Dr. Erickson's theory. I don't even know what you're talking about. Dr. Erickson's theory about what? About what? Lots of people are psychosomatic right now because they keep hearing, oh my gosh, can I tell you something? You have a friend who is a doctor in med school. He thought he had different illnesses. Well, listen, there's a doctor in New York City that killed herself. Young female doctor. A friend of mine that I know through a pregnancy group from when Ethan, when I was pregnant with Ethan, and we've remained in this very, very small group for a while. Her husband, he flipped out. He's in a psychiatric ward now. Yeah. Yes. All she can attribute it to, because he was fine. And what happened was he was watching so much stuff on the virus. And then he started to think really in the way of conspiracy, like crazy. And to me, it sounded like paranoid schizophrenia, but he never had a history of any of that. No mental illness. He worked every day. And you heard about that, right? And in a matter of days, he couldn't even speak coherently. He could not. She said, I don't know what I'm going to do. She said, he has to go away somewhere. We have to involuntarily commit him. And that's what they had to do. And he tried to strangle a nurse. He jumped over a plexiglass partition and went to strangle a nurse. So, and she can't even talk to him on the phone. And he doesn't even know who she is anymore, right? And she's like 44, in his early 40s. And no issues in the family. She said it was, she said he just started watching a lot of this stuff. And one day he went to get the mail and he said there was a little piece of paper towel by the mailbox. And he was sure that somebody put the virus on that. And that he, and people were watching him and they were going to try to shut him up and all of this stuff. Yeah. And that they're on to him. They're on to him because they know that he knows now and all that kind of stuff. And she had to take the kids and go to her mother's. Oh, which doctor? That doctor was in North Carolina? Well, there's one in New York City too. I do have those, Angie. That's a good idea. I have a few of those. Yeah, Shay, but I mean, like she said, just out of freaking nowhere, he didn't have any mental health issues. You went to the doctor today coughing for a month. You finally got, oh, let us know, Margarita Bell. I hope you're okay. I don't know, Gail. What are you talking about? Another doctor committed suicide because of all the deaths. Yeah. I saw that. There's been a few of them. Doctors, nurses taking their own lives. That's exactly how your gran acted when she had a breakdown. Came out of nowhere too. It didn't, like, she can contribute it back to all of this stuff he was watching. It didn't happen with, and he's not, like he's in his early 40s, 42 maybe. The doctor from New York is the same one as North Carolina. Okay, all right, gotcha. Okay. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Thanks for clearing that up. But yeah, thank you. She was visiting her family. Yeah, I think you're right now. Yeah, now I can remember. There's too many things going on in my head. You can see that happening after watching the icky stuff along with conspiracy stuff. A good friend in her 30s killed herself. Oh, sorry to hear that. Krishna, get ready for Krishna. Get ready for Krishna. I've been reading about how they were going through the same things. It's just crazy. Yeah. It's nuts. We all need to get a grip on ourselves. People in stores are going crazy. If we do not, we get to fight like crazy, please. Yeah, and yeah, people are doing crazy things. Okay, I think we can get rid of Krishna. Yeah, well, because of just treating so many people and the aftermath of it and thinking about it all that. Yeah, like, yes. Josie, yeah, I don't know. I mean, on with the toll of mental, what'd you say? You just got numbers on what? With the toll of, I know that nurses that are working. Yeah. Bye-bye, Krishna. Feel for the nurses and doctors. My son didn't want to go into not proper, and his boss told him he's lucky to have a job, and if he doesn't go, he's fired. Davita, you said you sent me an email. I don't see an email. When did you send me it? It's gone from the Twilight Zone into a freaking nightmare. So yeah, she doesn't, it's, and they were just planning on, they were finishing up like their home studies, and they were adopting an older child, because they have 3 of their own, and they wanted to do something, and they just passed like all their home studies and everything. And now this. Sad. So yeah, prayers for them. You received 2 texts of 2 26-year-olds. Wow, that committed suicide yesterday. Wow. Oh, you emailed me on Instagram? Okay, I'll get on Instagram. There are many people who think it's all been blown out of proportion. I know we may all have different opinions, but some people are just cruel. Yeah, Cami, I don't know. Where do you live? In Florida or California? Thanks, Shay Shay. Yeah, it's, I can't even believe it. Plant a garden and plant enough to share. Yeah, Jimmy got some. You know what somebody did in our town that was really nice? Listen to this. We live in a one-horse town, literally. We don't have a traffic light. We don't have anything. But we do have our post office, and it's in a very historical building that has, you know, a covered porch on it. And they used to always share books and like do all kinds of community things. Well, someone put out seedlings that they started. I think, you know, please take them with a note. So they started a whole bunch of seeds and left little flats for people to take. Isn't that nice? So Jimmy got some of those yesterday. But that's a nice thing to do if you start seeds. Maybe start some for people and put them in an area where they can pick them up. Good night, Muka. I hope, yeah, that's what I'm scared, because we're getting what, almost like at the 1 week mark. So like the 2 week mark, we're going to see what happens. Yeah, that was really nice. Florida wouldn't be there because it's bad, Caladisi, because they didn't even practice their distancing. They weren't wearing masks. They were right on top of one another. Small groups, yeah, that exactly, Gail, exactly. Lima says they say we can't give away things here. Really? Aren't you in Vermont? Or really? You can't give away things? What do you mean you can't give away things? Isn't it the same as buying plants in a nursery? I don't get it. Nurse Rhonda says it is officially my 25th anniversary. Happy anniversary, Nurse Rhonda. Yeah, it does. And Jimmy will listen to it like all the time. I'm just like, get it off. You live in a one-horse town too? Yeah, Caroline, I'm with you. We're not supposed to, we're not doing that, but that here, but I know, I believe it's Georgia. I'm not sure if they're opening up. Yes, they are opening up Georgia and Florida. Some places in Georgia are not. They're saying, I don't feel it's safe. Some business owners on their own saying, I don't feel it's safe. Maine, you can't put, oh, okay, well that's different, but I'm talking about seedlings. Yeah, I think it's making, you almost think if it's putting people into some kind of psychosis. Georgia's not ready. Okay, so let me get the Jersey City story up. I don't know where, let me see if I don't know, maybe Rabbit is still on or something. I don't know, but I just sent him the number. Oh no, okay. Okay, so he says, I had a monster live that I didn't expect to be so long. I don't think I'll make it tonight, but definitely want to do it soon. My schedule should work for Saturday or Sunday. Okay, well, we'll have to see. I don't, what is today? Tuesday? What's today? Monday? Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Gosh, I can't even think to Saturday or Sunday. So let me go and get our Jersey City story here. And then we're going to talk about those pictures because we're getting a lot of emails about that. And I am actually going to take the time to look at them. So, all right. So now I've got to remember, I have to remember that when I put it over here, I've still got to share. So I've got to find my Zoom and then share that. So you can't see it yet. Hang on. Screen share. And I want to share that. Share. Okay, so hopefully you can see that now. The owner of a Jersey City restaurant was found murdered in her home, and that is her. Okay. Hold on a minute. I've got to change my. Garima Kotari, a 35-year-old Jersey City restaurateur, was tragically found dead on Sunday in what was being called an apparent murder-suicide by the Jersey Journal. Kotari was 5 months pregnant, according to her autopsy, and had opened her restaurant, Nucad, earlier this year. The Journal reported that Hudson County prosecutor Esther Suarez says Kotari was found dead in her downtown Jersey City apartment around 7:15 a.m. on Monday, and that her husband, Man Mohan Maul, was found unresponsive in the Hudson River at roughly the same time. Kotari's death has been ruled a homicide by New Jersey's regional medical examiner, and the cause of Maul's death is still being determined. The case is being actively investigated by the prosecutor's office homicide unit, and a final determination of the cause of death is still pending. Maul was the vice president at Deutsche Bank, per his LinkedIn page, and Kotari had been an investment banker before embarking on a career in food. She was born in Calcutta. She got her MBA before appearing on Master Chef India in 2010 and attending Le Cordon Bleu in Paris. Okay, now, where she got a pastry diploma. A lot of people were doing this in this area. They were leaving their jobs in banking and finance. And these communities that she's in, Jersey City, Hoboken, even Newark, are becoming more hipster kind of communities. And so this was something that was a trend. Now, being that he was the president at Deutsche Bank, I'm thinking that really gave them a lot of financial problems, because he probably, some people make out and things like that, like my friend, and some people don't. And I think it was probably a big jump for her to go from her very secure job into this, and who knows, and then the baby, and then everything, she can't open a restaurant, right? Just craziness. So I think, yeah, this is definitely a casualty, I would say, of this whole way of life now. So let's see, she got her pastry diploma after working first in Florida and then as an events manager at New York University. She started her own business, catering events and conducting workshops, and also did food writing and photography. Kotari went on to open Nucad in February, launching her business just weeks before the pandemic led to a restaurant shut down. Now, what are this? Oh, this February. Wow, that's crazy. You see, I just forgot which month we were in. Do you know that? You know how scary that is? I was like, February, that was a long. Okay, that's scary, Carolyn. And she started it in February, and on March 16th, there was the restaurant shut down in New Jersey. After trying takeout and delivery, Kotari then closed her restaurant on March 30th. At the time, she wrote that along with safety and well-being of her staff, the main reason is that Jersey City is right next to New York City, and There seems to be no decision of quarantine or lockdown or even stopping of trains from Jersey City to New York City. On April 19th, Qatari announced she reopened the restaurant for delivery and takeout. Writing on her own Facebook page, she noted the situation around PPP loans, adding that she'd been serving donated meals to the Jersey City Medical Center. Qatari was coming up with new ways to drive business, namely meal packages and dosa DIY kits she introduced. Through these updates in particular, she came across as someone who was passionate, determined, and not afraid to speak her mind. Hers is a life that was horribly cut short when it appears to have just truly gotten started. Grub Street contributor Hannah Howard worked with Qatari, whom she memorialized on her own Facebook page as an editor for recipes and stories. The chef contributed to the website Wine for Food, and in that post, Howard calls Qatari a joy to work with. Our last exchange was this super sweet note she sent me congratulating me on my baby and wanting to talk about new mom life, Howard writes to Grub Street. She was 5 months pregnant and incredibly excited about being a mom. Another incredible, sad dimension to the story. So let me see, there's one. Let me see what this was. So yeah, that's sad. So I guess, you know, he looks like he committed suicide and that's what's going on there. I'll try to see if there's anything else before okay, let me stop the sharing. There we go. And I'll go back to the chat. You have a color photo? I have it too. I have it too, Anne. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Oh my gosh, these people. You just found out today that the mask is for the other person, not you. What are you talking about? I missed that, Kelly. See, oh wait, everybody's, I have to go back in the chat here. You mean people aren't going out with masks? Just sent you an email. Yeah, I have that picture. I'm going to talk about it later. Let me see. What do people have against the like button? We always have so many watchers and very few likers. I know. Gotta go, you guys. I need to just cry. Why? What's wrong, Janae? Why is Janae going to cry? He's the love of my life. What happened? Sorry, Janae. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sorry. Scooter will fill me in later. Oh, your son is getting married in June. Oh, I see. I see. Oh, maybe when it's over, you guys can have just another small gathering for you guys. They were SEAL team masks or something, high-tech Facebook ad. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay. There's a lot of talk about high blood pressure meds. Yeah, I don't take any blood pressure meds. My blood pressure's low. Like normal low, except when it went really low when I was anemic. Jimmy, remember those pulse ox things we have for our fingers? Remember the pulse ox things we have? The pulse ox. I feel like I have to do sign language with Jimmy. Yeah, for our fingers. Remember them? We have a few of them.
You talk the thing that looks like a little balloon thing?
No, I'm talking about the thing that's got a little clippy and it goes on your finger.
Yeah,
it tells you your O2, right? Yeah. Do you know where any of those are?
I think.
It'd be good if you could find one, please. Let's get to see Two Scooter, the pic is so small for me, I can't see it. I can't even begin to tell you. Jimmy. You know what, Jimmy? Could I have a little something? I feel like and I've got to take all my vitamins too. Thank you, please. Thank you. You hit your thumbs up. Thanks, Kristen. Okay, so that was the Jersey City. And Carolyn, has your doctor recommended you take one baby aspirin a day? No. Isolation can do that. Thank you.
You're welcome, hon. Hi, Ramblers.
I have to follow the rules until I get it. Yeah. Okay, so that was Jersey City. Now I want to just check something. You know what, Two Scooter? If it's a panic attack, it's from the damn car situation. That's what it is. It's probably that. You know what it is, Two Scooter? Because when I had the stuff with my contractor, it was a lot the same way. I kept feeling like tightening in my chest and stuff. And it was all because that stupid contractor. And I went to the hospital and they ran all the tests and they're like, your heart is fine. I went through a whole non-stress thing. They're like, you've got a great heart. Yeah. So I'm sure it's about this. You don't even know. I should, it would be fun to have a video of how many things could happen to us with this car situation. Whew. God bless him. Why? Because he's married to me. Yeah, God bless him. He needs it. Hey, Serenity. You have 200 rolls of toilet paper. If anybody needs anything, let me know. I'm just one person and one dog. Okay. But even my son, like, it's very funny. Because I said, where did you go? And then I said, he said, I wear my mask everywhere. You've got to. People in New York take this pretty seriously, even up here. But in New York City, very seriously. Stress does it for sure. Well, that's what it must be, because I am just like a ball of stress over this car situation. Literally, from the time I got up this morning, first Jimmy goes, I put a deposit on a car. I said, wait a minute, without what? Which one? You didn't even negotiate anything? You know, I was like, that's what I woke up to this morning, okay? And then it turns out that, yeah, there were major things why I would not want that car. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Jimmy, don't do anything without me. Your oldest daughter. Oh, really, Davida? Sorry to hear that. That is Jimmy's limeade. It is. It is Jimmy's limeade. Why are my vitamins in here? How many vitamins do I have? My vitamins are over there. Okay, so let's go to the next thing. I was going to pull up the affidavit and look at the picture that's in the affidavit and compare it to this color picture, because that's what everybody's saying. There's people that are saying it's the same picture. There's now, okay, before I even look at that, and I'll tell you, I was sent the picture, and I said this in Web Sleuths tonight because Trisha asked me, and I didn't have time to analyze the picture, you know, point for point. People are saying it is the same picture, except the picture in the affidavit is black and white and it was photocopied, so it didn't come out well and you can't see certain parts of it. There are other people that are seeing, reading a lot into that picture, seeing bruising, and see, that's one thing I don't see. Without really going into it, I don't see that. But I want to bring up the affidavit and look at it, because there is something noticeable under the covers in the color picture that would appear to be a suitcase, just by the look of it. So I want to bring up the affidavit and take a look at it. I'm not going to show the color picture I do not know where the source is, who the source is that it came from. And what worries me is that who would release the photo? Well, what if it's Tisha's sister or her mother or someone that wants to, that she's telling, oh my gosh, you've got to get this picture. This picture will vindicate her somehow. I don't know why the picture's out there. Who would put that picture out there? I don't think Landon or Al would do that. They wouldn't want to jeopardize the case. So I think if the picture's out there and it shouldn't be out there, it's coming out from a source that shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? So I am not going to show a picture that's not out there, but I will show what's in the affidavit because that is out there. But I'm worried about the source. And I'm also worried about Letitia, you know, fake polygraphs. What if she's faking other stuff? We don't know. So I don't see anything. Yeah, I didn't see any bruising. I said that last night. His color looked normal. His hand looked a little weird, like just bigger, but that could just be an angle. I didn't get in there and really analyze it because it was late when I got it. And then I've been going through a bunch of other stuff today. So, all right. I want to pull up the affidavit photo. So just give me a second. Gosh, Jimmy's got that TV so loud and he's not even in there. He does this all the time. Jimmy, the TV is on like crazy loud and you're not even in there. It's crazy. Let me get, where's the affidavit? Okay, here we go. Okay, now I've got to share again. Hang on. Where's my thing? Come on. Okay, here we go. Share that. Share that. Uh-oh. So wait a second. Let me get this down. All right, that hopefully is sharing that for you. I'm going to see if I can pop out the chat and put it on this other side so I can see the chat. Hold on. Let me pop out the chat. 1 second. Pop out the chat. All right, now. All right. Now where'd the chat go? Okay, there's the chat. I'm gonna put the chat, come over here, chat. I'm gonna put you over here so I can see you over there. Okay, can you see the, uh-oh, what happened? What just happened? What just, your screen sharing is paused. Why? I don't want to pause my screen sharing. Resume the screen sharing. Okay, can you see the screen sharing now? Hi, Hennessy. Can you see the affidavit? Just let me know if you can see the affidavit. I'm waiting. I'm going to wait until you tell me you can see you can see it. Okay, good. All right. I just want to make sure that we're on the same spot here. Okay, is it showing now that I enlarged it? Oh, thank you, Danny. Thank you for becoming a detective rambler, for upgrading to a detective rambler. Thank you. Okay. And you can see it now that I enlarged it, right? Caladisi was saying goodbye to the troll. Okay. So let's see see now this picture, this one, you cannot see Gannon in that picture, okay? This picture, it doesn't look the same. Now I'm going to enlarge this really large. Let me see. It just doesn't look. Peggy, is Peggy K here? This picture definitely does not have a child in the bed. It looks like that's just the blanket over the bed like that. Now, this one looks like there might be someone in the bed right here, see, like rolled up in the blanket. But to me, it doesn't look like the picture, because the picture, this is like flat here. Do you know what I mean? So it's so dark. I know it is so dark. I mean, we could take it out and lighten it up, but I'm just trying to see really quick here. And the one thing is that I question, is this stuff over here? This looks like something almost like a heater or a fan. Do you see this thing right here now? And has a handle up on top. And over here, I don't see that thing. And I'm wondering if that is some kind of fan or heater or something. Okay, I understand that it's t-shirts, but I'm just looking at this, okay? And you can't really see the stuff on the window like you can in the colored picture. So, but the blankets here look messed up. The blankets in the colored picture, this looks flat and looks like there's something under there, like a suitcase. That is the window and sill. I see that, but something looks different there. Now, whether this is something the police brought in or she had there, no, I'm talking about this. There's a gauge right here. You see the circle gauge right here? And then there's like, this is a unit of some kind. This is not a blind. This is some type of unit. It's not in this picture. Is it just me? I can't see anything but blackness. Okay, another photo was recovered from Letitia's cell phone that shows his bed was not pushed directly against the wall by the head of the bed. The photo articulates the ability for blood to get onto the walls and floor in the corner of the bedroom. Mr. Stauch, oh, thank you, Jane, for becoming a deputy rambler, stated the positioning of the bed is unusual and the bed is usually pushed against the wall. Now, this is the photo. This is the same photo. Okay, yeah, this is the same photo. I didn't get down to this part, you see? See this right here? Can you see the outline of this? Well, in the color photo, you can clearly see this is the same photo. Gannon is in the bed in this photo. So this is the exact same photo. It would be hard to see it here, but you can see it, okay? This is where that suitcase is. Well, what appears to be a suitcase. Let me say that. What appears to be a suitcase. And the window has, yes, all this stuff here. But you see how that, whatever that thing was in that other picture, that something that looks like some kind of a unit of some kind, and it could be something the police brought in. It's not there. Now let's see, photo. Now this photo, that's the color photo, says from the morning of January 27th, particular attention to the top left of the bed. So Gannon, people are saying Gannon was not alive. Gannon was most certainly alive because that's from the morning. That's from 8 something in the morning, and Gannon walked out of the house. Okay. So yes, he was alive then. And yes, that is I mean, from what I can see, it's the same photo. A wedge pillow? No, in the color photo, it doesn't look like a wedge pillow because the way the blankets, you can almost see, to me, I don't, okay, this is my opinion. You can almost see the outline of a zipper. Yes, he is alive in that photo, Lacey. Based on the timeline and that he was seen walking out of the house after that, he was most certainly alive. I can't do it, Allie. I can't release that picture. I can't release that picture. I do not want to jeopardize the case. It wasn't released by an official source. I do not want to jeopardize this case. I want no part of that. I don't know who released the picture, and I don't want to have Landon or Al or anyone, you know, in the victim's family saying, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be the one that does that. That's okay, Allie. Why would she be so stupid to have the suitcase in the pic though? And why in the heck would a suitcase be there in the early morning when he is still there, you know, alive? Thanks, Glamorous Life. Why was the photo that she sent it? This is the one it's that she sent. Look, this is photo from the morning of January 27th, 2020. Particular attention to the top left of the bed. So this is off her phone. The timestamp is there. Does anyone know why Letitia would go to trial? Oh, we don't know yet, Danny. It's going to be, I mean, her next court date is in June. It's going to be a while. So they make bedding that has zippers on it. Yeah, but in the color photo, I know like here it's not the bedding. What he has on here, it looks like a kind of a throw you would have on your couch, like one of those fleece minky-ish kind of throws. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't even look like, it's not even tucked into the bottom of the bed. It's not a comforter. It's like, it doesn't even look like it truly looks like the bed was stripped except for the fitted sheet or something, and she threw this throw on him. Yeah, but Allie, Allie G, the cops get the real stuff from Cellbrite. She can't alter what they take out, you know, can't alter that kind of stuff like that. She could alter it if she was sending it to, you know what I mean? But they're pulling the stuff right off of her phone. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious on what is under this blanket. In January, it must have been chilly. It could be an extra blanket. Yeah, but you see, Peggy, there's like no comfort, and there's no bedding tucked in over here. Alyssa, are you going to talk about this? Because we're on this right now. Are you going to talk about this? It's shaped too much like a suitcase. Yeah, in the color picture, I'm just going to go take a peek at the color picture for a sec. Hold on. Oh, I can't do, I've got to stop the sharing because then you'll see it too. In the well, Peggy, you've seen the colored picture, right? So what do you think is under that blanket? Do you think it's a wedge pillow? Oh, okay. We're talking about this right now. Do you think it looks like a wedge blanket? I mean, a wedge pillow? Maureen says definitely a suitcase. Something upper blanket, no way legs reach down that long, feet propped up. Now, what if it was something like this, right? What if it was something that she pulled that suitcase out to like scare him or something when that whole stuff was going on, like, here, we're going to have to pack our stuff and we're going to have to move. And maybe she went into, you know, one of these Joan Crawford raids and rages, and that suitcase, she had thrown it on the bed because she was making a big show that they had to move or something, right? Then could he have been so exhausted he just crawled into bed and the suitcase was there? I don't know. Because he was alive when this was taken. Yes, you can see it. You can see it in the color picture. And you can see kind of like a zipper. I don't know if anybody else sees that. It looks like a soft-sided suitcase with a zipper. So I'm just wondering if this suitcase made its way out in some kind of a rage and it was just out. And she went on and raged all night until he crawled into bed, and maybe that's why he has that throw on him. Maybe that throw is from the couch downstairs. Or did she drag him? Is that a hand on his shoulder? It's his own hand. His own hand is sticking out of the blanket. I thought it was strange. It was on a bed, covered up, no doubt, suitcase. So his body had to have been in the house when the cops were there, so he was hidden in a suitcase while the cops were there, says that. It's handing off, hard to ask the shelter stuff. What, your cat has something on its paw pad? It could be a mole or like a little growth or something. He did go visit his mom in South Carolina over Christmas. Maybe the suitcase was still in his room. Hi, Diana. That's what I meant, his own hand. Yeah. Hello, Melissa. The color picture shows a blurry face and a hand with 3 fingers, no blood. We can't show it. I can't show it, Nufi, because I just explained that it has not been released by law enforcement. It's only been released by another channel that doesn't cite the source for it. I don't know if it was released from someone in Letitia's family that's trying to cause a mistrial or, you know, something to mess up this case. And I'm not going to share it because I do not want to be the one or be a contributor to anybody that causes something to go wrong with the prosecution of this case. I just want to know what her reasoning, well, we don't, Angie, we don't know her reasoning there. If the color picked, he is in the totally pale. Yeah, but he was alive then too, Scooter, because he walked out of the house after that picture was taken. I think he would be more than totally pale. He would be bluish. And I don't see that. Yeah, the glamorous life. So, but yeah, that does look like the same picture. Absolutely, Melissa. That would be the worst thing I could, to hear that the family would say, well, thanks a freaking lot. That'd be horrible to do to victims. Yeah, unfortunately, and I just hope that, because we have no idea who it was released from. We find out a lot. Oh, we will. Yeah, Nufi will find out a lot more. Okay, share. So newborn boy dies from a fractured skull after his father loses his temper and throws him on the floor. Minnesota. A Minnesota father has been charged with second-degree murder in the death of his 4-week-old son. Wonderful. Arancy Chia, 23, allegedly admitted to police that he had gotten frustrated and angry with the baby's crying and threw him down on his back, causing his head to slam into the floor. The Ramsey County Medical Examiner's Office said the infant's autopsy showed a lacerated liver, a lung contusion, broken ribs, a skull fracture, and a brain bleed, bruises to the head, and internal abdominal bleeding. Skull fracture was the cause of death. Medical personnel came to Chia's home about 11 a.m. on April 23rd after receiving reports of a child unconscious with 104-degree fever. They rushed the boy to Children's Hospital, where he died shortly before noon. St. Paul police investigated and spoke with a neighbor who reported sounds of pounding and baby crying from the apartment. The neighbor said the crying lasted for 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah, why didn't you call them? This is why people have to do something. 10 to 15 minutes, and described 3 to 4 cycles of pounding that lasted a minute when the baby cried. Why didn't they freaking call? This is a wake-up call to everybody. If you should hear this and you're in an apartment, you have to call someone. Go over there yourself and pound on the door and say, what the hell is going on? This is crazy. Okay, sounding like the sound of something striking a wall. When police interviewed Chia, he said the baby had been running a fever and that he had called a hospital where medical staff advised bringing the boy in for an examination. But he said they decided to wait. On the night of April 22nd, he said the boy had a seizure. The next morning, he said he found the baby not breathing at all in his crib. The arrest report said Chia replied, "Not that I know of," when asked if he was responsible for the child's injuries. Later, however, he nodded and began to cry when detectives asked him if he lost his temper. At that point, police said he admitted he caused the injuries and nobody else was responsible. Where was the mother? Where was the mother in this? I've called the cops for that reason a couple of times when child was removed. Oh, hey there, who said that? Vala. You looked fine, Carol. Thank you, Vala. Thank you. It just caught me off guard. I've been having a bad day with all this stress from this stupid car situation. Yeah, I don't know where it doesn't even say where the mother was. I don't understand. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then we go to come on. teen girl and boyfriend busted in murder for hire plot against her stepfather. 16 years old is this girl. Okay, let's see what happened here. All these people, you know, their problem-solving skills resolve just killing the person. Come on, get over there. Hopefully you can see the new picture. Let me see. Just let me know you could see a different picture. Hey, Davida, are you going to lead us in a craft sometime? Let me know if you want to do a craft tutorial where we'll do a live panel. I think we need some crafting after tonight's faux pas. Can you see a new picture? If you put the @ sign, I tried that tonight, Peggy. It didn't work in the Web Sleuth one. You can't see the new picture yet? Okay, let me see. So stop the share. Got to be kidding me, and I've got to start the share again. But you saw the other picture, right? You saw the other guy? Please tell me you did. Okay, you should have the new picture should be up right now. All right, let me know if you have the new picture. It might take a minute. It says you have it on my side. Okay, good. All right, oh, now the emergency broadcast system. Oh, this is. I might have the nervous breakdown on the air tonight. Okay, picture 2 people. Great, thank you, Vicky. Hi there, stay-at-home mom detective. How are you? I'm not worried about it anymore. I really am not. I am who I am, and if I have my yoga pants on and people don't love me, then they can just go fly a kite. Okay? It was just the shock of it. That's all it was. It was just the shock of it. I am who I am. A 16-year-old girl and her 19-year-old, you know, I mean, come on, well, who the hell am I kidding? Remember those lives when I was in my phone to try to read the chat? The phone was in front of my freaking face all freaking night, and no one told me, not one moderator said, Carolyn, you have your phone in front of your face all night. Maybe I want to take it back a little bit. So if I got through that and some of those early, I'm fine. Okay, it was just the shock of it. That was all it was. It was just the shock of it because I was like, what the hell? Okay, yeah, right to Scooter. All right, so let's go on to this case. A 16-year-old girl and her 19-year-old boyfriend in central Pennsylvania has been charged, central Pennsylvania, this one, with trying to recruit someone to kill her stepfather after he caught the couple in bed. Dylan Michael Weaver of Williamsport and Angelina Grace Peluso of Trout Run have each been charged with criminal solicitation. You always get blamed. Yeah, you have to. That's part of the deal, Sharon. No, I blame Scooter, even though she wasn't a mod. Because Scooter could have told me. No, I blame. Don't worry, it's not you that I blame, Sharon. It's all on the shoulders of someone else. I'm joking. It was a joke. Now I don't know where I am. They have been remanded to Lycoming County Prison in lieu of a $1 million bail each. Peluso has been charged as an adult. So she's 16, she's charged as an adult. They recruited someone to, now what happened here? The affidavits, yeah, here we go, say that Peluso's stepfather, Howard Blackburn, age 44, found Weaver and Peluso in bed early last Thursday morning. After Weaver left, Peluso said Blackburn slapped and punched her. Then she spoke with Weaver via Snapchat and told him Blackburn sexually assaulted her. I get a funny feeling that none of that is true. And she wanted to use the kid. How much do you love me? Go kill this guy because I don't feel like being grounded or whatever. I bet you. Which she told police was a lie. Oh, see? I didn't even read this. Which she told police was a lie she used to make Weaver angry. Weaver then spoke with a friend, also via Snapchat, venting his anger at what he believed Blackburn had done and saying he wanted the man dead. Wasn't there another case like this where the boyfriend apparently, oh gosh, which case was that? And they said that the stepfather was doing something, but he wasn't doing something, and they got the guy to go kill him. Oh, I'm getting such deja vu right now. Oh, I wonder what case that was. I could see an apartment. And they said he was doing something, but he wasn't doing something. And it got the guy enraged and he went, I can't remember it now. All right. So he spoke, so this Weaver, this Michael kid, the boy with the headphones and looks like he's high, was venting his anger at what he believed Blackburn had done something and saying he wanted the man dead. The woman he was speaking with has not been charged. She told Weaver she knew someone who could do that and provided contact information. Why would she not be charged? I thought that they are charged now as a conspiracy. Weaver contacted that person who went to the police upon realizing the 19-year-old wasn't joking. Okay. The informant provided screenshots of their conversation in which Weaver said he gets off work at 5:30, so we'd have to be there before him and get him as soon as he gets out of his truck before he goes inside. We need to cover our faces. They have cameras there. I just need him gone and no questions asked. YK? He's been abusing my girl for 10 plus years and her family. And I can't do expletive alone because she doesn't want to lose me. YK? You know, right? And I feel like you'd be able to help, Weaver said, according to the affidavit. Screenshots in the documents also show Weaver's message to Peluso. Baby, I need you to call me if that's okay. If this happens to him, like you're okay with him dying, I need confirmation. Message as soon as you can about this. And her response, yes, baby, I have zero affection for him. We've talked about it. I just don't want to lose you is my concern. That's all. The informant continued his conversation with Weaver on Friday after speaking with police, and he told Weaver he had a friend who could provide a gun to be used. But the friend wanted to meet him in person. The affidavits say the informant and his friend, actually an undercover agent, went to Weaver's home. Weaver got into their vehicle and he was recorded saying he wanted Howie out of the picture and that both he and Peluso wanted Howie dead. According to the affidavits, Peluso told detectives it was Weaver's idea to kill Blackburn and that she said, and she was okay with it, but later said she didn't mean it and only wanted to see him hurt. Weaver and Peluso are due in court on May 4th for a preliminary hearing. So, okay, let's see. So he wasn't killed. So now they're being charged with, what did they get? They're charged with criminal solicitation to commit first-degree murder, conspiracy. But I think, doesn't conspiracy to commit first-degree murder carry with it? I mean, they have $1 million bail each. What is the sentence in Pennsylvania? Does anybody know that? They've been remanded to the Lycoming County Prison. Does anyone know what the maximum sentence on that is? Because I thought I just saw someone say it was life. And another state, another case we were following. Anybody know? I can look it up. Let me see. Hey, Robin Green, thank you. Let me look it up. So let me see here. Criminal solicitation to commit first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. I'll figure it out. I'll check it out. Hang on. And criminal use of a communication device. Okay, hang on. I'll figure it out. I have to know this stuff. Because I'm pretty sure we just went through some case and conspiracy to commit murder was a life sentence in whatever state we were doing. Let me see. Oh, in Pennsylvania. That would be good if I put that in, right? Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Pennsylvania crime classification. Okay, here's something. Let me see. So it says, let me make this a little larger. Sentence for murder of the solicitation and conspiracy, notwithstanding section 11031 relating to the sentence of imprisonment for felony, a person who has been convicted of attempt, solicitation, or conspiracy to commit murder, murder of an unborn child, or murder of a law enforcement officer, where serious bodily injury results, may be sentenced to a term of imprisonment which shall be fixed by this court at not more than 40 years. Okay, so this is different. No. Where seriously bodily injury does not result, the person may be sentenced to a term of imprisonment which shall be fixed by the court at not more than 20 years. First degree murder, second. You know what, where I read it? When we were doing that Georgia case, remember all those guys, all those people? No, and that wasn't Georgia, that was West Virginia. Remember the guy that was lit on fire? And they said the guy that drives the car, whatever. Oh, and also in the one where they killed the doctor and his wife. They said that they get charged the same. Isn't that what happened there? Or am I dreaming? And I believe that was where we got that all from. Hold on, I'm going to put the chat up so I can see if anybody remembers that or I'm crazy. Do you remember that? Anyone? Well, that's serious bodily harm, Cheryl, that not killed though. I believe that's what they say. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Nobody remembers that? Yeah, yes, in West Virginia, right. And they were all charged, right? And they said, I don't understand why killers in cold cases get such small sentences compared to others. Okay. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. But let's see what else we have here. That's still not the one I want. And then don't forget, I have the fun stuff in a minute. Now, here's some good news. I don't know. I thought this little baby was brain dead. The one in this little baby that he's making a miraculous recovery. So this is some good news. So let's see. Where did that go? Now, hopefully you can see that new picture. Can you see that now? No, you can't. Screen sharing has stopped. Share the screen. Now you can. Okay. Armani is a little fighter. 1-month-old baby shot in chest by mom's boyfriend is making a miraculous recovery. A Texas baby shot in the chest earlier this month is slowly recovering, according to his mother. Lance Tello Jr., 19, is accused of shooting the infant, Armani Cazares, inside a residence on 5 Forks Drive in San Antonio. The infant's mother, Daisy De La Cruz, 18, reportedly witnessed the incident. De La Cruz told the media she was at Tello's home after he had had a stressful evening from working 6 straight days at the Maruchan, Texas ink factory. He seemed fine after a while, and she asked him to feed the baby. Tello agreed, but while holding Armani, his mood changed. He became irate, according to De La Cruz, and left for a shower to cool off. De La Cruz said Tello ignored her for hours and then suddenly looked at himself in the mirror before retrieving a gun from between a mattress. He just flipped, De La Cruz said. He has no emotion in his face. He's just looking at me with this evil look. De La Cruz recounted Tello pointed the gun at her and eyeing her son. I'm telling him, you're not going to shoot my baby. But before I could push him away from me, the gun goes off, and then I'm deaf. And then I turn around and I see my son. My son is on the floor and he's turning blue. Police said Tello then shot his mother and younger sister. 14. Both are expected to survive. Initially, doctors said the baby's prognosis was bleak, as he's practically brain dead. But he's making a recovery, at least from the gunshot wound. Doctors are hoping to see signs of brain activity after extreme oxygen loss. De La Cruz is now getting trained on how to take care of her son in case he is able to go home with her. Armani is a little fighter. The doctors also are amazed he's even made it this far, a GoFundMe page says. We believe in miracles. We believe in God can breathe new life into Armani. We're not giving up. Tello is currently behind bars in Bexar County Jail with a bond of $500,000. He faces 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and a count of injury to a child. Well, I hope his brain activity comes back. Prayers for that little guy. And let me see. Where's this little? I don't know why Jimmy's going in the basement. I'll just put this that's the baby's family's GoFundMe if you want to read more about that. Okay. Stop that for a minute. Let's see what else we have. I'm going to bring out the fun stuff in a minute. I just want to see if they're finding all of these people. I think they're working on cold cases or something like that. Missing college student's body found 40 miles away after a year-long investigation. And that was a Texas college student. Oh, and then there's I was watching that 48 Hours about the nursing student in Binghamton University. So let's see what this. Investigators found the remains of 21-year-old Texas college student who was reported missing by his family a year ago. Jose Varela and Austin Walker, both 21, were arrested over the weekend and charged with capital murder. The sheriff's office said Eric Aguilar, 22, has also been charged with capital murder and was arrested on Tuesday, as was Gannon Gottlieb, 25, who lives on the property where Kalim's body was found and reportedly admitted to burying him. Gottlieb was charged with tampering with evidence. The sheriff's office also said it believes Kalim was killed in a drug deal gone bad, but offered little details about the year-long investigation except to say Varela and Walker allegedly admitted their involvement in the murder. Kalim was last seen on April 26, 2019. Wow, that's exactly, it was just about a year, gosh. A community northwest of Houston, wherein he dropped his dog off for a bath. His family reported him missing. 2 days later, Harris County deputies began investigating the disappearance as a homicide. It's just like, what happened, really? His father, Kalim Ahmed, said at the time, we know where he's going to a friend, where he's going to eat, where he's going to visit a place. It's unusual for him to be gone that long. He was a student at Lone Star College Sci-Fair and planned to transfer to the University of Houston. His body was found on the property in Plantersville, nearly 40 miles north of where he was last seen. And the property is about 4.5 miles from the Renaissance Fair fairgrounds. Because they found that the remains of the other woman in, what was that, Ohio? And a couple of cases out in California, cold ones, from the 80s. The Girl Scout, that was from the 60s. And that was in California, but there was other ones. They're solving a lot of cold cases in the last few weeks. Okay, so where am I? I hope Lisa D comes here because I have something to show her. Okay, this is crazy. So now a postal worker is shot dead outside her home. What you're on? We're on. What? Oh, you found more stuff. Okay. Let me see. Postal worker shot dead outside her house that had mail curtailed for having loose dogs. The United States Postal Inspection Service announced Tuesday that they're offering a $50,000 reward for anyone regarding an Indiana, Two-Scooter, you live in Indiana, right? Postal employee shooting death. The inspection service said the USPS employee was shot at 4 p.m. on Monday in the 400 block of North Denny Street in Indianapolis. The Mariner County Coroner's Office identified the slain postal worker as Angela Summers, 45. The office revealed she was fatally shot in the chest. Her death was ruled a homicide. Summers had worked as a mail carrier in Indianapolis for 2 years. Paul Toms, the president of the National Association of Letter Carriers, Indianapolis Local Branch 39, said that Summers was fatally shot outside of a home where she complained about dogs running loose. The union said mail had been blocked from the home for 2 weeks, meaning residents had to pick up their mail from the post office. There was an issue with the dogs at the residence. And you give these letters, and on the third one, we curtail the mail. The victim was awake and talking when Indianapolis police responded to the scene. However, she died shortly after arriving at the hospital. That killing an on-duty federal employee is punishable by life in prison or death. It's not immediately known whether Summers was killed while on her mail route. Anyone with information regarding Angela Summers' shooting death can call Crime Stoppers at 317-262-TIPS or report it to the United States Postal Inspection Service using an online form. And where was her? That's a shame. Let's see if I can share her picture here. Where the heck is... Okay, that should share for you. And let's see. Four-year-old in Texas drowned in the bathtub. In Tomball. 4-year-old child with special needs. The boy's mother, 27, reportedly told police that she had been bathing the 4-year-old and another 1-year-old child when she left the bathroom to get some items. And when she returned, the 4-year-old was reportedly face down in a fetal position in the bathtub. After 18 minutes of unsuccessful CPR, emergency responders transported the child to a hospital where they were pronounced dead. The deceased child reportedly had special needs, but authorities have not released further information about the physical or mental disabilities. According to a tweet from the Harris County Sheriff's Office, homicide investigators were at the residence where a 77-year-old man who is reportedly in a relationship with the child's mother also lives. 77, 27, 50 years difference. Wow. Okay. I just heard someone else say, oh, I know. The main thing would be to try to find out when the mother walked away, how long did she walk away for, and what were the children's conditions before she left. You just have to make sure that you watch your children where they are at all times. Authorities are continuing to investigate the child's death. That sounds a little bit fishy there. I don't know. Okay, and then I have a Tiger King story, and then we'll go on to the fun stuff. Okay, let me just. So here's our Tiger King. Jack, Don Lewis's lawyer, Carol Baskin's missing husband, says he has no doubt that his client and friend is dead. He told Nancy Grace someone is lying, and he has a theory on who. He also has a theory on how Lewis was killed. And what he said was he believes that Dawn was strangled and thrown from a plane. That's what he thinks. And there is a podcast on it from Nancy Grace, so you can listen to that. It's called Somebody's Lying. But that's about the gist of it. That's what his lawyer thinks. He's dead. He thinks he was killed. But he thinks that he was strangled and thrown from a plane. So just one second. Hang on. using that thing? Do you have that thing on? You are? Okay. Jimmy's exercising. Okay. Sorry. All right. Let me get this off now. Sorry. Oh, now I think I have a brownie in my eyebrow. That's good. I'm going to do the fun stuff. Now, where is Lisa? Is she here? So I have fun stuff. Do you know Lisa sends me texts like this with the 3 little bunk beds, and she goes, look what I just got, because the 3 mice are going to come and they need a place to sleep. And you know what you should do. And you know what I do? Done. She's a very bad influence on me. Jimmy? Something's beeping outside.
I know, it's beeping here.
Oh, that's you. Okay. That was scary. I thought a truck was backing up or something. Oh, you saw me on screen again? Okay, well. I'm not worried about it. So I just walked in the other room. I'm okay. I wasn't swallowing vitamins or anything. So is Lisa D there? She's going to miss out on what I'm going to show. So I'm not worried about it. I don't really care. Someone was calling Jimmy to tell him to get. Who was calling Jimmy? Nobody did. I finally purchased decoupage. Oh, I have to tell you something. Listen to this one. My daughter calls me tonight and she goes, guess what? I'm taking up a new hobby. You know what her new hobby is? Whittling. I said, whittling? She goes, yeah. She will show up about the time you finish showing. Right, she will. And she goes, I know it's not the time really to take up whittling because the tools are so sharp, and it's not the time you want to cut an artery and have to be rushed to the emergency room, but I bought the special gloves. So I said, when did you? She said, I've always wanted to whittle. I said, whittle? What are you doing? She goes, I'm going to make a spoon. I'm not joking. I am not joking. I said, you're going to make a spoon? Yeah. I said, what kind of wood did you get? I don't know. I got some wood off Amazon, the wood you're supposed to get. So she was off to go whittle, and she's got the gloves so she doesn't cut her hands. Don't even ask. She's always wanted to whittle, apparently, she told me. I learn new things every single day. So I've got fun stuff, and Lisa's going to miss out, and that's okay. Now, do you remember the other day I told you I had something from Walt Disney World when I was a kid, and I couldn't remember if it was in the garage or whatever, but this is what it was. And this was the, somebody wanted to buy this from me a while ago. I'm like, no, that's mine. I thought it was Donald Duck. I forgot it was Pinocchio. But this is, it's very applicable that this is Pinocchio, because now every time we have a liar, this should be something like, Letitia said this. Wouldn't that be funny? So-and-so said that. Right? You can't see him well, probably, but he's not, I have to go back over like here. But I think that's funny. That would be funny. So that was one thing. And this was from what year? I can't even see. I don't know what the year is on here. It's Pinocchio. It's called a maxi puppet. You guys are still talking about me being in the screen. You're like little kids, like, unless my thing is not catching up. That's what it is. My chat was not catching up. Tell her to please come on the craft panel and show us Carolyn. Yeah, I know. She's very disappointing like that. I whittled a bar of soap. I whittled a bar of soap too. We had to do it in school, I think. And then I think I did it when that's reminding me of something. Yes, I think we did that once in school, right? What did you do it in? Yeah, I think I had made in mine in a basket or something, but then I think I did it my own on home. Hey, J Bells. They have a code number, Carolyn. What are we talking about, Diana? What are we talking about? Just look it up on Google. No, but he does a little dance. So I just thought that would be good when someone's lying. But I have more. I have more. And Jimmy went and found all these little things for me because I told you he puts little things away. And I wanted to show this to Lisa because she said she never saw the little mini golden books. And these are the mini ones. And that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But it's a tiny little mini golden book. Give me a break. They throw from the plane and then they see after they strangle. Oh, you're still talking about Carol Baskin. Okay. And I forgot about these until I told her. And they're tiny little mini books. My chat is so far behind, it's like ridiculous. Okay, and then what did Jimmy find here? I didn't even go through this. He found a Polly Pocket. What else did he find? Something for the boys. This, I believe, is a Tonka. No, this is a, yeah, this is a Tonka. What is this? What is this one called? Tonka Toys. What year is this? This is an old one. I can't see. Okay, so that was a Tonka toy guy here. I don't know what Jimmy's got over here. These are Matchbox ones, and then what? Oh, look at this. This was those little movie cameras from McDonald's, and they actually have a little something. They have a movie in them. Which way do you have to look at? Oh yeah, this is those little people, those mice. What the heck is their name from Disney? I think it's those mice that are down under not the rescuers. Yeah, the rescuers. You know what I mean? And then this is a little people house chair. And this one is from my play school van. And oh, look at this. There's a teeny tiny little mug. I had these with everybody's name. It says, "I love my dog" on it. It's a tiny little mug. You remember those, Peace Noodle? Okay, this is all what Jimmy brought up, so I can't say that, you know, I don't know exactly. I'm going to put this little mug over here because it's going to fall out of there. And then there's a little gingerbread man. Oh, and Dorothy. Now, I think she came from a Happy Meal too. Let me see. Maybe, I don't know. I think she did. I'm not sure. Dorothy. What else do I have? And then he brought up this little bottle of these are quarters in here. He got these from our neighbors. They're quarters. Jimmy, what are these quarters in here?
What?
These quarters.
The little big one, little tiny ones?
They're tiny little quarters.
Yeah, well, the nickels, quarters, dimes.
Nickels, quarters, and dimes?
Yeah, they're supposed to be made, I think, by the Franklin Mint.
They're made by the Franklin Mint?
Yeah, they're made up just like the same.
They're exactly
Percentage of metal is in them that's in the real.
Same percentage of metal that's in the real ones are in these, and they look exactly like them. What are these from the Papas?
Yeah.
These are from our neighbors that moved. They gave us. Jimmy was like a little kid in a candy store coming home with all this stuff. But these are little coins. You remember these two? Okay. Let's see. What else do I have here? Carol Boyce. Good night, Carol Boyce. Look at this. It's a tiny little magnifying glass. What is this?
The Bible?
This is to read the Bible?
Yeah.
You sure?
It's the New and the Old Testament. Yep. Then you have one in the other thing too.
Okay, so here's a tiny little magnifying glass. Is this from the Papas?
No, we got that from.
No, that's the necklace.
No, you got that too. I confiscated it.
You confiscated it?
Yeah. See, it's the New.
It's
and the Old
it's a New and Old Testament. It's a real Bible. Look how tiny. It's so tiny, and you need the magnifying glass to read it.
Yeah, if you have to hold it away from it a ways, like a couple
I know.
inches, then you can see it. It says Old and New Testament. Pretty cool. I mean, here's that thing you're asking about right here.
Yeah, right.
I know, it's the closest thing I could find. But no, I didn't see it.
I look by it's probably on my roll top desk.
I looked, I looked everywhere.
And then here's another little magnifying glass because
But otherwise, I didn't see anything on.
this little pendant, what does this have? Like, I love you in every language.
All languages.
Every language on here. And you've got to take this. Hold on. And then you can see it. It's a gold heart, and it has, that's the back. It has I love you written in every language on there. And it is by, this was a blog review I have. So